exact. Okay, poor day. Winter is upon us. It is cold. It is wet. Quite dirty outside too. Why is this next product a winter must, my friend?
Like you said, it is very dirty. It is the dirtiest time of the year. We got mud on the ground. We got men bringing this stuff in. So let's stomp that out right now.
You've got men bringing stuff in.
Yeah, well, of course.
Okay.
You know.
Cool. That's all good. And I've got kids. I've got a young boy in particular who's 15 years of age who brings mud in all the time, especially when it's wet and it's cold. So what do you need to ensure that they keep the mud out?
Literally use a doormat.
Doormats. You've got to use doormats. And we've got 7 different choices of doormats for you here today on Chooice. Let's go through them. So we've got the Kia mats, okay? We're going to have producer Hope's going to bring them up right now. That's the first one that you can see there, okay? And if you're thinking, okay, I want to see that one live, but I want to see what it looks like on the floor outside in front of a door. Ooh. Well, we've been there, we've done that, and this is what they look like. There you go. So the colors that we've got, that's Pacific Coral. We'll just go through and look at the selection that you can have right here. Of course, there's the grass green. Love it. Keep going, producer Hope. The teal. A lot of colour, and if you put all the Kia mats together, that's the colours. Actually, you could buy all 4 because they do look together, somewhat of a selling point or piece. Okay, any other ones we've got to look at there? Oh, we've got this man. Well, we can't look at him for too much longer. So, but we're here. Okay, let's talk to these now. Prices, we're after the price.
Prices, all right, these are all $31.90.
$31.90, and
Correct.
Talk to us about the sizing, because these ones are a little bit different to some other ones that we're going to show you.
Correct, so these are 75 centimeters by 45 centimeters for these.
Okay, cool. All right, so with that in mind, there's some more that are here that still have the same measurements, but a little bit different, right? Just
a little bit different, a little unique, yes, let's put that in.
Cool. And why? Okay, so the measurements are the same at its longest points or widest points. Yeah?
Widest points, but you'll see there's a little variation, a little bit of a cut-off, and you can see this is quite unique. It's got the shape of the whare, and you know, welcome to our whare.
Variety, look at that. Okay, I want to put that up here as well. Okay, you saw the overhead shot, and then when you see the two combined, welcome to our whare. Because that's the thing, right? How welcoming are you when people come around and knock on your door?
Oh, absolutely welcoming, Monty. I love guests.
Unless it's someone trying to say you something. I don't know if I'm too welcoming to them. Maybe you can have two mats.
You test their sales ability, but at least you welcome them with a good mat.
What you do is if you see them coming, you don't even say kia ora, you just go, haere rā. You just go like that, haere rā. Yeah, and that may be the key, or kia ora. Or if you are that person who's hospitable and you want to welcome people that when they come in through the door, this mat is it. And I think that's one of my favourite mats, right?
I think so.
Kia ora on the way in.
Haere rā on the way out.
Haere rā on the way out. You greet them on the way in, you greet them on the way out in the beautiful native Te Reo Māori. This is one of my favourites. Okay, so when we talk about coir, 60% coir, what is coir?
So coir, as again, it's the coconut husk or the hairs, the fibre, and to be honest, it actually feels exactly like that. You know, we're quite familiar with touching coconuts, Monty. Anyway.
Show us this next one, mate. Talk us through this one.
So this right here, this is the rainbow, Te Reo Rainbow that we have here, and you know, we're bringing some education to the form today. You know, so education. We got Te Reo in the respective colours. I learned this one today, to be honest. Poro poro. There we go. Yeah, so same as the last mat. Very unique in its shape, but still 75 by 45. Yeah. And I think this one's my favourite, to be honest.
Okay, so if if you've got one of those rooms where the kids come in from the nursery, or you got the indoor, the outdoor, maybe it's one of those conservatory add-ons, right? And you want something a little bit different. Maybe it's a kid's room that you want to have a bit of colour and brightness in. That's the one there. Poro poro, kahurangi, kakariki is green, kowhai, karaka, and whero. Whero is red, we know that from singing those songs. So you've got 7 different mats. That's what they look like. These are going to be good. So remember, if you're at home, and because that's what happens now, it's wet, it's muddy outside, you've got to get them at the door. Are you one of those people that let people have their shoes on in the house?
Not really. I'm a shoes off kind of guy.
Okay. But regardless of whether you let the shoes on in the house or not, they're still got to wipe their feet on this because they're not going to leave them outside by chance, even if there is enough room or not. So they're probably going to put it inside. So you want them to have something to wipe it on so the excess dirt and that is gone.
Absolutely.
But man, when it's, when you think about your kids, when you're thinking about all the mud that they're coming on. Okay, let's have another look. Producer Hope at some of the mats and how you can see them. That's probably one of my favourite colours then, as you can see where I was wearing it before. That is the colour I like, kowhai yellow. Let's flick through just so I think this is my favourite mat of them all though. Kia ora on the way in, haere rā on the way out. And if there's that person that you don't want, well, you just haere rā and you just block the kia ora. The Te Reo mat, the colours, That's vibrant. That's something that's impressive, right?
I think so. I definitely think that's quite impressive. Definitely one for the kids.
And talk us through the rest, Paul.
Welcome to our whare. Greet them by showing them your house doormat with a house on it.
That's like a beautiful villa. That's a bit of iconic in itself. Kiwi-as, right?
It is a bit of a Kiwi flat, to be honest. It's pretty iconic
I'm
in
liking
itself.
this. I'm liking this as well. Pacific coral. I don't know, it's about the colours. If it's popping out at you and you think you like it as well, any of these 7 options, just get on that link right now. Click that, $31.90. Delivery's $12 anywhere up and down the country. Every extra mat you get, because they are pretty heavy, there's $8 per mat. But in saying that, like you're talking about a mat being delivered to your house under $45, I think that's pretty special.
I think that's quite special, to be honest.
Yeah.
Surprising.
Let's go through these colours right now so you can see that, okay? What colour is that, Paul?
That one is the Pacific Coral.
I'm just testing. I'm testing him. Okay, keep going. What have we got
This
here
is the
now?
coir yellow. No
Yeah.
notes here, by the way. Coir yellow.
Cool. Oh, you're impressive, mate. I think this is because like green is one of my favourite. Oh, I gave it away. There you go, mate. Green is one of my favourite colours.
There we go. I actually love this one. Actually looks like a, like turf. That would be AstroTurf.
Yeah, it does actually.
it's
Like you
good
play a game.
photo.
Maybe you'll have a little putting green. Put a few together and make a bit of putting green.
There you go.
And the teal. This is the
Moana
Moana
teal.
teal. Okay, how do they buy and what are the price and what are the measurements just before we go, Paul?
Measurements just before we go: 75 centimeters by 45 centimeters, $31.90 for all of the mats, and that is $12 shipping flat rate all across the country. So hit that link.
Great
Very
price, 7 options, and I think through winter it is a must. So many options there you can choose. So we're going to go right now. We're going to probably mull through these options. I know which ones I'm going to take. Which will be the green one.
One has been claimed already.
Claimed.
Someone has claimed one
So
already.
you better get in and claim your own. Click on that link and have a choice day.